Hi, it's Mark Szorady, and I'm back with another Linux video. In a previous video, I was talking about desktop environments, and if you saw that video, you would see that I would occasionally slam my mouse to the left-hand side of the screen and, oops, a panel would pop up. And I was doing that by accident, and it occurs to me that I should probably show you how those panels are created. Now, this is the KDE desktop environment that I'm using on this desktop here. And KDE allows you to create these different panels and give them different behaviors. As you can see on my desktop here, I've got this tool panel down here with a lot of different applications and widgets and that sort of thing. I've got the weather right down here. I can pass my mouse over that and the weather will come up. And I also have a start menu over here, and up above I have another tool panel. And I've got specific applications that I want to use. And I also have another launcher here, a different style launcher. And I also have another file manager here, which is Conqueror. Down on the tool panel down below, I have the main KDE file manager known as Dolphin. So I can put as many tool panels as I want to on the desktop, really, and divide them up and throw different widgets on them and have them do different tasks. So I thought I'd show you exactly how it is to create a panel and put it on your desktop. Let me get out of the way. First thing you want to do is go up here to the top right. Now, I've called this desktop Marvin. Of course, you can see wallpaper is the Marvin Martian Looney Tune character, and he's running Linux. So my two favorite things, cartooning and Linux. One of the guys in the forums, PC Linux OS forums, created this wallpaper, so I'm using it. So what you want to do is you want to come up here to your little cashew, this little guy right here. You want to right click on that. You want to unlock your widgets. Now, all the widgets are unlocked, and I can move some things around. As you can see here, I can move this widget around a little bit. It's a solar system widget. I thought it fit in very well with the theme of Marvin Martian. But what I want to do is I want to create a new panel. Now, I can create a new panel just by clicking here and then saying Add Panel, or I can right click on the desktop and say Add Panel. So we're going to do that. We're going to say Add Panel, where we're given a sub menu. We can do a default panel, an empty panel, or a grouping panel. Now, an empty panel will just be empty, and you can populate it with whatever you want to. A default panel will have certain widgets and applications already on there. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'll put a default panel. There it is. It's created it on the top over my existing panel. Now, that's a problem, but it's not a major problem. We can move that panel just by clicking on its cashew here. Let me then grab these little handlebars and set the size of this thing to make it a little more visible and viewable for you, so you can see what I'm doing. So now I've got this cashew here, and just by clicking on this toolbar right here, this screen edge tool, I can then press the left mouse button and drag it to any edge of the screen I want to, and I'm going to grab it and move it right. So there it is. So now I have this tool panel on the right, and you can see I've sized it pretty closely to what I want. Let's open it up and let's resize it some more. Just like that. And maybe pull this down here a little bit so it's out of the way of my control cashew right here and this widget right over here. So here we have it now. And what's really nice is this tool panel already comes populated with the file manager. It also has Google Chrome web browser. It has the desktop widget, so I can navigate my desktops. Here, I'll do that for you right now. Here's my one desktop, another desktop, and back to my original. And it also has another launch menu where I can then go through and launch whatever programs I want to. And the fun thing is here, as long as widgets are unlocked, I can go ahead and click on, say, GIMP, and add that to this panel. So there is GIMP right there added, And just by clicking down here on the little control cashew, I can then move GIMP to a new location, which I've just done. Now I can then customize this panel a little more. Well, let's click on the cashew again. Let's go to More Settings. Here I can control the visibility of it. Always visible, auto hide, Windows can cover, Windows go below, maximize the panel, all kinds of great things. Well, I'm going to do auto hide. And of course, you can also control the alignment of it, and I've just kind of left it towards the top and not so much the center. I can control that later, but I like where it's at right now. So we'll go ahead and do that, and there it is. The panel has disappeared. Just by passing my mouse over, here's my mouse right here, just by passing it over, the panel becomes visible. Do that one more time, and there it is. There's also a couple of different ways you can add widgets in some other applications. Just by clicking on this cashew again, you can just come right here to add widgets and click on that, and you can drag any of these widgets right onto the toolbar. You can do it that way. Or right here on System Tray, just click on this little wrench here, and you can then go through a list of extra items that you can enable just by checking them or unchecking them, and then they'll display in your tool panel. You can also actually play with the size of this tool panel too, if you want, just by pulling the screen edge, the width of it that's underneath the screen edge there. And that's really about it. There's just a million ways to customize the tool panel to help customize your desktop. Now the last thing to do after you're done tweaking your tool panel and figuring out what it is that you like about it and making sure that you have all your settings the way you like them, it's on auto hide, and you have the alignment correct and all the other good stuff. Last thing to do is just go right back up to your control cashew here, right click and say lock widgets. And all the widgets on your desktop and all your tool panels will now be locked, and you're done. And you've got your tool panels. I've got two auto hide tool panels, and I've got one here on the top, I got one here on the bottom, again here on the right, and here on the left. And you can customize this as many different ways as you want to. KDE is so powerful, it's so versatile, you can customize it in a million different ways. And that's why I like Linux so much, and that's why I like the KDE desktop so much. Okay, that's it. I hope you enjoyed the presentation. Please subscribe to my channel if you've subscribed to it already. Thank you very much for subscribing. Please check out my blog at georgetoon.com/blog. There you can read my comic strip George. You can see these Linux videos and also some of the other comic features that I create. Thanks again. Really appreciate you stopping by, and I'll see you real soon.